This dog knew his owner was dying 24 hours before it happened. He tried to stop him from leaving the apartment that morning, blocked the door, tore his clothes, howled. His owner ignored him. 8 minutes later, his owner collapsed, alone, dying. What this dog did next has never been fully explained by science. This is Max. This is the day he saved a life. And this is true. This is David Richardson, and this is Max. Today, they're inseparable. David says Max saved his life, but Max would tell you David saved him first. Because this story doesn't start with a rescue. It starts with two broken souls, one human, one dog, both left to die. To understand why Max did the impossible, we have to go back to the darkest moment of David's life. His name was David Richardson, 42 years old, sitting in his bedroom at 2:30 a.m., staring at a bottle of pills. 90 tablets, enough to end everything. 3 years ago, David had it all. A wife, Sarah, his high school sweetheart, 2 kids, Emma, 14, and Jake, 11, a career as a senior architect, Sunday barbecues, family game nights, the American dream. But dreams shatter. The divorce was brutal. David worked too much, missed too many moments. Sarah left, remarried within months. The kids stopped calling. They had a new dad now. Then the company downsized, 17 years gone in a cardboard box. David was 42, divorced, unemployed, and alone. Friends stopped calling. His kids were busy on his weekends. He'd become invisible. That night, holding that bottle, David made a decision. "Tomorrow," he whispered, "tomorrow I'll do it. But first, one last walk." 4:30 a.m., Riverside Park, the place where David's kids learned to ride bikes, where every bench held ghosts of better days. David sat there for an hour, watching sunrise, trying to find one reason to stay. He couldn't. At 6:15, he stood to leave, to go home, to finish it. Then he heard it. Behind the dumpster, soaked from rain, dying in a cardboard box, a golden retriever puppy, maybe 6 months old, ribs showing, eyes barely open. Someone had thrown this dog away like trash. David knelt down, and he saw himself. "Someone gave up on you too, huh?" The puppy used every ounce of strength to crawl across wet concrete until it reached David's hand and rested its head there. David hadn't cried in 3 years, not through the divorce, not losing his job, not losing his kids, but behind that dumpster, holding a dying puppy, David shattered. "You want to come home with me?" The puppy's tail barely wagged once. David wrapped the puppy in his jacket, ran 6 blocks to the emergency vet. "Please, he's dying!" 4 hours, $400 he didn't have. The vet finally emerged. He's going to make it. He's a fighter. David collapsed into a chair and wept. When he saw the puppy, IV in his leg, eyes open, tail wagging, David whispered something prophetic. "We're going to be okay." He named him Max because David realized he wasn't saving this dog was saving him. That first night, Max slept on David's bed, curled against his chest, and David slept through the night for the first time in years. The vet gave strict orders: 5 small meals daily, medication twice a day, short walks. David followed every instruction like his life depended on it, because it did. He set alarms, made schedules, tracked every meal in a notebook. When Max ate a full bowl for the first time, David called the vet, excited like a new parent. Max gave David something he'd lost: purpose. Max needed him, and David needed to be needed. Weeks passed. As Max got stronger, so did David. Max woke him at 6 a.m., no more sleeping until noon, drowning in depression. Max needed walks, 5 miles every morning. David started eating better, cleaning his apartment. You see, Max didn't know about the divorce, didn't care David lost his job, didn't judge the dark thoughts. Max just loved him. Unconditionally, completely, the way God loves us. David would sit on his couch, Max's head on his lap, those brown eyes looking up, and slowly, painfully slowly, David started believing he was worth something again. 4 months later, David got a job at Home Depot. Not his dream, but honest work. 6 months in, he called Emma. 4 rings. He almost hung up. "Hello? Em? It's Dad." Silence. "I know I haven't been the best father, but I wanted to hear your voice." "Dad?" Her voice uncertain. "Are you okay? You sound different." David looked at Max. "Yeah, Em. I think I'm going to be okay." 2 months later, they met for coffee. "Dad, you look better, healthier." "I'm trying, Em." She squeezed his hand. "I'm proud of you." David broke. "I'm so sorry." "Dad," Emma interrupted, crying too. "I forgive you." Life wasn't perfect. Still retail, still that 1-bedroom apartment, still fighting depression. But David wasn't alone anymore. He had Max, and Max was there through everything. 8 months after finding Max, something changed. Max started acting strange, staring at David constantly, following him everywhere, whining when David left for even 5 minutes. At first, David thought it was cute. "What are you looking at, buddy?" But Max didn't look away. He just stared. Then the blocking started. David would head to work. Max would plant himself at the door, refusing to move. "Max, I gotta go." Max would whine, grab David's pant leg with his teeth, pull. "Max, what's gotten into you?" David took him to the vet. "I think something's wrong. He's acting really strange." Tests came back clean. "David, Max is perfectly healthy. Dogs are just sensitive. They pick up on things we don't." The behavior got worse. One morning, David was leaving for work. Max barked, loud, desperate, grabbed David's pant leg so hard it tore. "Max, enough!" David pushed past him and left. 2 hours later, his neighbor called. "Max has been howling for an hour. Something's wrong." David rushed home. Max practically tackled him, licking his face, checking him over. "I'm here, buddy. What's wrong?" That night, Max slept with one paw on David's chest, like he was making sure David was still breathing. David whispered into the darkness, "What do you know that I don't, Max?" Max's eyes opened, and David swore he saw it. Knowledge. October 17th, a Wednesday, the day everything changed. What happens next will make you question everything you think you know about dogs, because in 8 minutes, David will be dead, unless Max can do the impossible. This is where the story becomes a miracle. David woke at 6 a.m., feeling off, dizzy, nauseous, chest tight. "Just didn't sleep well," he muttered. "Come on, Max, breakfast." Max didn't move, just stared with an intensity that made David uncomfortable. "Max, you love breakfast. Come on." Max whined, that distressed, desperate whine. David made Max's food. Max didn't come. David got dressed. The chest tightness got worse. Just heartburn. He grabbed his keys, headed for the door. Max lost it, barked frantically, blocked the door, grabbed David's pant leg and pulled so hard the fabric tore. "Max, what the hell is wrong with you?" David was angry, didn't sleep well, chest hurt, and his dog was having a breakdown. He moved Max aside. "I'll be back in a few hours." Max howled, pure anguish. David stepped into the hallway, and then it hit. Pain, crushing, suffocating pain in his chest, like a vice squeezing his ribcage. David staggered back inside, dropped his keys. What the? The pain shot down his left arm, vision blurred. "Max!" His phone was on the counter, 10 feet away, might as well have been a mile. He took one step. The room spun. David collapsed, head hit the floor with a sickening thud. He couldn't breathe, chest on fire. Heart attack. Massive. David's vision tunneled. He was dying. And the last thing he saw was Max running. Max didn't hesitate. Through the doggy door, down 3 flights of stairs. Max had never left the apartment alone, never, but he knew exactly where to go. Mrs. Patterson, apartment 1B. She'd given him treats, pet him, said good boy. Max remembered. He ran to her door, barked, frantic, threw his body against it. Mrs. Patterson opened the door. "Max, what are you?" Max barked in her face, turned, ran, stopped, looked back, barked again. Her face went pale. "Is it David?" Build intensity. She'd seen this before. Her own dog had done the same when her husband had a stroke. "Oh God, I'm coming!" Max ran up 3 flights. Mrs. Patterson, 68 with bad knees, struggled to keep up. Max reached David's apartment, ran inside. Mrs. Patterson arrived seconds later and screamed. David was on the floor, face blue, not moving. "David! Oh my God!" She checked for a pulse. Barely there, fading. Her hands shook, dialing 911. "My neighbor! He's not breathing! Heart attack! Please hurry!" 6 minutes out, ma'am. Start CPR. "I don't know how." Pause. Max laid down next to David, put his head on David's chest, and howled. Long, mournful, heartbroken. The 911 operator heard it. "Ma'am, that dog may have saved his life." 6 minutes felt like 6 hours. Mrs. Patterson held David's hand. "Stay with me, please." Max didn't move, just kept his head on David's chest, listening to a heartbeat barely there. Finally, sirens. Paramedics burst in. "Step back." CPR. Defibrillator. "No pulse. Clear." Shock. David's body jerked. "Still no pulse. Again. Clear." The monitor beeped. 1 beat, then another. "We got him! We got him back!" As they lifted David onto the stretcher, Max tried to follow. "Sorry, boy, you can't come." Max howled. One paramedic stopped, looked at Mrs. Patterson. "Is this his dog?" "Yes, Max saved his life. He came and got me. If he hadn't..." The paramedic handed her a card. "Bring the dog to the hospital. He's earned it." As they wheeled David away, Max howled again. Mrs. Patterson knelt and hugged him. "You did good, Max. You saved him." Pause. The doctor said David had 7 minutes before brain death. Max had gotten help with 90 seconds to spare. If the dog hadn't alerted your neighbor, the doctor told Mrs. Patterson, your friend would be dead, no question. Mrs. Patterson brought Max to the hospital. Max sat in the waiting room for 15 hours. Didn't eat, didn't drink, didn't sleep. Just stared at the door David had gone through, waiting. Day 2, David was in a medically induced coma. The doctor, widowmaker heart attack, 90% don't survive. If he'd been alone 5 more minutes. Mrs. Patterson called Emma and Jake. When Emma saw Max in the waiting room, she dropped to her knees. "Max, you saved my dad?" Max whined. Emma sobbed into his fur. "Thank you, thank you, thank you." Day 4, David's eyes opened. First word, "Max." The nurse smiled. "Your dog? He's been waiting." "He saved me, didn't he?" "Yes, sir." David closed his eyes, tears streaming. "I need to see him, please." The doctor made an exception. They brought Max in. When Max saw David in that hospital bed, he froze. "Max," David whispered, "come here, boy." Took one careful step, then another, like he couldn't believe it was real. He reached the bed, put his paws up gently, and looked at David with eyes that held everything. Relief, love, joy, grief, hope, everything. David touched Max's face with a shaking hand. "You saved me. You knew something was wrong and I didn't listen. I'm sorry." Max whined, licked David's hand. "Come here." David shifted over and patted the tiny space beside him. Max jumped up gently and curled next to David on that hospital bed. David wrapped his arm around Max, and they both broke. David sobbed. Max whined. The nurse watching cried. "You saved my life," David whispered into Max's fur. "Why? Why did you do it?" Emma, standing in the doorway with Jake, said, "Because that's what love does, Dad. It saves you even when you don't want to be saved." They stayed like that for 20 minutes, David holding Max, Max holding David. 2 broken souls who found each other behind a dumpster, who healed each other, who saved each other. "I didn't save him that day," David whispered later. "He was always meant to save me." Here's what they found out. David had heart disease for months, chest tightness, fatigue, shortness of breath. He ignored it all, but Max didn't. Dogs can smell chemical changes in the body. They detect heart attacks hours before they happen. Max knew. Those weeks of strange behavior, Max was trying to tell David something was wrong. That morning, Max knew it was happening. He tried everything to stop David from leaving, because Max knew if David left that apartment, he'd die alone. Max couldn't call 911, couldn't perform CPR, but he could run, he could bark, he could refuse to give up, and that was enough. Scientists explain the biology, the chemical detection, but they can't explain why Max ran to the right door out of 60 apartments. They can't explain why Max knew Mrs. Patterson would help. They can't explain the love. Max's love for David was the kind that says, "I will see you when you don't see yourself. I will love you when you don't love yourself. I will fight for you when you've given up. I will save you, even if it costs me everything." Today, David is 49, healthy, thriving. He walked Emma down the aisle last year. And Max, 10 years old now, grayer, slower, but still David's guardian. Every morning, they still walk together. Every night, Max sleeps with his head on David's chest, listening to the heartbeat he saved. David told me, "Every day I wake up is a day Max gave me, and I won't waste a single one." If this story touched your heart, share it with someone who needs to hear it, because someone out there is in the dark, wondering if tomorrow is worth seeing, and they need to know you are worth saving. Your life has purpose, and sometimes God sends rescue in the form of 4 legs and a wagging tail. Max taught David what unconditional love really means. Maybe he can teach us too. Thank you for watching. The ones who save us don't always speak our language. Sometimes they just love us, and that's enough. This story is true. David and Max are still together, still saving each other every single day.